Hello TikTok, I want to talk about painters. Today I am painting. I have my painting hat on, same as all the other hats. I want to talk about respect to the painter. A lot of people think the painter is the bottom of the chain. I think they are quite an important part in the chain, and the reason I think they should be given the respect is that the painter comes along and literally solves all your mistakes. Everybody, every human makes a mistake, but 99% of the time when that mistake is left, the only person to pick it up or to notice it is the painter. You should be giving the painter a pat on the back or showing him or her, I've made a mistake here. Sorry mate, is it okay to sort it out? Most of the time they'll go, yeah, that's my job. Thanks for highlighting it to me. That's going to need a little bit more prep or a bit of repair. Now you've highlighted it to me, I can get in there and do that in advance so that whatever it is needs to dry or whatever is done in advance, and they could have jumped in there and got it done before they come into the room, and then they suddenly find it and they're like, that's going to need XYZ extra preparation or materials or substances put on it, which takes time. That's all it is. It's not a problem for like the decorator's skill or like, it's like a big patch repair. It's never about, it's extra work or it's extra time to do that work. In my opinion, the problem always comes with drying times, or it needs a whole extra coat on that area that's got a stain, for example. That's going to set me back because it needs to dry overnight. If that had been highlighted to the painter, they could have jumped in, painted over that stain the day before, stain solved, no delay in their program. That's why I think painters are an important part and should be given the respect, because other trades should be putting their hands up and saying, I'm human, I've made a mistake, please will you fix it for me? If you're rude to a painter and you don't respect them and you just go, a painter will get that, well, when the painter comes along and you've made a monumental effort, are they not going to then go back to the main contractor or the client and say, whoever did this, that's not really acceptable, I can solve it, but it's extra time, extra money, sets me back on the program, they're going to complain about you because it's extra work for them and they weren't aware of it, and they're suddenly got the boss or the client or whoever it is breathing down the neck going, when's that room going to finish? And they'll be like, well, it would have been finished a day earlier, but I had broken rendering that have been drilled through, stains that haven't been highlighted to me, carpentry that needed extra trimming and sanding, which really should have been done by the carpenter if they were taking care of their job. All these little things, again, if they had been highlighted, the painter, being proactive, could have got in there, solved some of those things, but also it's about teamwork again. If the other trade has put their hands up and said, hey Mr. Painter, Miss Painter, please could you help me out and solve this problem for me? The painter's obviously going to be on your side and have your back and go, yeah, no problem mate, thank you for highlighting it to me, I'll get on it. But if you just go, fucking painter can get that, I'm not fucking sorting that, it's not my job, you act like that, well, is the painter really going to want to help you out and do all this extra work for free? No, they're not going to have your back, they're not going to work as a team, they're going to say this is chargeable as an extra, this is not the normal thing that I should be dealing with. That's why I think painter is a very important part of the whole solution of a renovation or a build, and it's why I think they get a lot of disrespect wrongfully. They should be respected because they are the one that comes along and makes all the work look good and hides a million sins and finishes that whole project. And the only person who gets that and actually sees it and hides it, not hides it from the client like in a bad way, but hides it in a good way to make it look good, the only person that's going to ever see that and sort it out, and the only person that's going to know the levels and the energy that they put in to make that property look good, the only person ever going to know about all that is the painter. That's if they keep it to themselves. If you've disrespected them and thrown extra work their way that they're not aware of and given them shoddy workmanship, other people will know about it and it'll come at a cost, and it could come back to other trades.